Welcome to a Wednesday read aloud of Fancy Nancy, the 100th day of school. Hey everyone! So today, this is a very special read aloud because there is a wonderful young reader named Rachel who was reading all last week books on her own. And shout out to her Fancy Nancy Friday. I am going to read one of my Fancy Nancy books, and this is Fancy Nancy, the 100th day of school by Jane O'Connor. It's the 97th day of school, and I have a big dilemma. That means a big problem. I don't know how or what to bring for the 100th day of school. Bree is putting 100 feathers on a hat, and it looks so elegant. That's a fancy word for pretty. Robert is bringing his stamp collection, and there are 100 stamps in it. Yoko is bringing his piggy bank that has 100 pennies. The bank is transparent, which means you can see inside. Lionel made a ball of 100 rubber bands. I bet you it's pretty bouncy, and it's probably the shape of a sphere. After school, I looked around my room, and I had 39 hair clips. Not enough. I have 57 bracelets, and that's not enough. I have 84 ribbons. That's not enough. What am I going to do? Now it's the 98th day of school. More kids have brought stuff in. A bag of 100 marbles, a jar of 100 jelly beans, and a box with 100 crayons. I tell Miss Glass my dilemma. She tells me not to worry. You are very imaginative. That means you're full of good ideas. You will think of something. At home, I tell my mom my dilemma. She's making dinner. How about a poster with macaroni, she says. I don't want to hurt Mom's feelings. 3 kids have already done stuff with macaroni. Macaroni is not imaginative. Dad is doing the wash. Maybe he will have a good idea. Dad says, I bet we have 50 pairs of socks. That makes 100, right? Because they're pairs. I don't want to hurt Dad's feelings, but socks are ugly. I want something imaginative and fancy. After dinner, I try to think of something more, and all of a sudden I hear my sister crying. Look, my sister says, pointing at her fishbowl. Goldie's her fish, and Goldie's not moving. We bury Goldie in the backyard. Everyone's sad, even Frenchie. I am so glad that our dog lives a long time. We put a few pebbles from Goldie's bowl on top. I tell my sister we will remember Goldie fondly. Fondly means with love. The next day, I write a poem. Goldie was gold. For a fish, she was old. She liked to swim, so she stayed slim. You can't kiss a fish, but you can miss a fish. Miss Glass liked my poem. She read it to the class. Nancy, you use such interesting words. Slim means thin. Her poem is in verse. It rhymes. At home, it is so sad to see that empty fishbowl. Mom is about to throw the pebbles. Then, all of a sudden, I get an idea that is imaginative. Stop, I say. What do you think Nancy's going to do with those old pebbles? I wash and dry all of the pebbles. They are so pretty, and I count them. Yes, there are 104. I get my markers. I get a huge piece of paper. Huge isn't even bigger than big. I will make a poster. What do you think? What kind of poster will Nancy make? Let's find out. I spell out Goldie's name in glitter and draw a picture of Goldie in her bowl. Then I glue the pebbles on and I let my sister help. I write on the poster, there are 100 pebbles in a fishbowl. Today's the 100th day of school. I bring in my poster I made just in time. Miss Glass brings in something too. It's a cart with 100 books. She will read them to us before the end of school in June. Miss Glass is so imaginative. Fancy Nancy, her fancy words. So we learned about dilemma, which is just a really big problem. Elegant, which also means pretty, you got it. Fondly, which means with so much love. Huge, that means like bigger than the biggest thing you ever know in your whole life. Imaginative, that means you got lots of good ideas. You don't just think of the first thing. Right now we need to be really imaginative when we're playing at home. Slim, it's just another way to say thin, like a thin piece of paper. It was a slim paper. Transparent, whoop, you can see right through. And verse, which is basically a poem that rhymes. What a great book, Fancy Nancy. Have you celebrated your 100th day of school? What have you done to celebrate? What did you do that you had 100 of, or did you do an activity of 100? Comment below what you did. We're waiting still for our 100th day of school because we started it when we got back from Christmas. I hoped you liked this Fancy Nancy 100th day of school read aloud. Thanks, Rachel, for reading. And remember, you can read at home too. Happy learning.